Hey everybody, it's Martian here. This is going to be my Supergirl finale for Season 2 review. Yes, we are at the finale, and we have a lot to talk about. Some things I did like, some things I didn't like. You guys know that the last episode, episode 21, was my least favorite of the season. So, this one is better, but still not as great. And we're going to have to jump into that. And don't forget that I uploaded my DCEU announcements video about things I want to see DC announce at Comic-Con. But anyway, back to this review. So, General Zod makes a cameo in the beginning of the episode when Kal-El is hypnotized by the Silver Kryptonite. And yes, Silver Kryptonite has been featured in the comics before. It is in the comics. So that is a comic book Easter egg that I was not expecting them to pull out on the show. I may have thought of it maybe like Season 3, but they just pulled it out casually here in Season 2, so I thought that was really interesting. But General Zod, that was ridiculous. I feel like, again, they're copying Man of Steel with the big Zod-Superman fight. This is kind of like their version, so I feel like they're just kind of warping everything from Man of Steel, and it really disappoints me. But I did like when Kara and Kal were fighting in the water. I thought that was a really cool action scene, and I thought, ooh, that's pretty interesting to put together. I feel like the random explosions in the back, though, were kind of two Power Rangers, right? I was like, that doesn't really make sense to me, but the rest of the fight was pretty cool. And I liked that Kara was able to take Superman down even when he was at full power level. That's pretty cool too. So she is the champion of Earth, at least their Earth, right? So then Kara challenges Raya to a hand-to-hand combat battle, and basically Kara is saying if she wins, Raya and the Daxamites have to leave, but of course Raya doesn't honor that. She's like, oh, no way. If I die, they're just going to keep coming and invading your world. Doesn't matter how, it doesn't matter if I'm here or not. It's just they're going to keep doing it. So that cues their plan B, which we'll talk about soon. But McGann made a cameo this episode. I was glad that she came back, right? It was like, oh yay, McGann, Miss Martian. She has another cameo later on. I still don't like the idea of Martian Manhunter and Miss Martian being together, like a couple. Because I'm a Young Justice fan, and that does not happen in the show, in Young Justice. So I don't like it here. It just doesn't feel right to me, right? Cat Grant in this episode loved the Star Wars nod. I thought that was fantastic because, she's married to Harrison Ford, close to Flockhart is in real life. And I think it's really funny that she's like, I haven't seen Star Wars, so I don't know. I thought that was really hilarious. And I also love how she still flirts with Clark. Oh, that's so great. I loves her, right? But you have to wonder, if she knows that Kara is Supergirl, does that mean now that she has tied it together to Clark being Superman? That's kind of like the whole thing here, because at the end of the episode, it's revealed that Cat Grant knows who Supergirl is. So I don't know if she'll be able to figure that other piece out if Clark is Superman. It's pretty interesting. I don't know. We'll have to wait. And then I wonder if Callista Flockhart's going to come back and make any more appearances in Season 3. Who knows? It could be possible, right? But we do know one character that is not going to be on Season 3, at least for a while, because I know that Chris Wood is coming back. He's also going to Comic-Con tomorrow. But Chris Wood, who plays Mon-El, oh, I loves him. I love Mon-El. But he had to leave because of the plan B, which was to launch the lead bomb into the atmosphere. He left in the pod. I think it was either the pod that he came in or the pod that Kara came in. Probably the pod he came in, though, and they just kind of fixed it up, right? Or maybe it was Clark's pod in the Fortress of Solitude. Who knows which one it was? But I feel like there was kind of like a, I guess you could say a plot hole when Alex was like, he only has a few minutes. How would they get that pod all the way out there and then get Mon-El out there too? It just doesn't make sense to me how the time gap works. Raya is officially dead, thank the Lord. I didn't like her as a villain that much. And I actually don't think we should have any more female villains on the show, because it's just not working for me, right? I mean, I know they're kind of like more of a feminist type show, but I think they should really pull out a male villain. Even though I know that they're not doing that for Season 3, but I think that they should do like a half season where half of the season they have a male villain. It makes more sense in my opinion, right? I think we're kind of overdue on female villains for this season. Miss Martian, her other cameos that she brought the White Martians to Earth, really liked it. Again, I've been saying this for the past few reviews, Martian Manhunter and Miss Martian both have they're very underappreciated on this show. I don't like that. I don't like that they don't have all their full powers. I would like to see telekinesis. I would like to see elasticity, right, of them stretching out their limbs like they do in the comics. And I'd like to see force field. I'd like to see invisibility. I'd like to see all the powers that they have in the comics displayed on the show. I don't think we're going to ever get it, but I wish we would, right? I just think it makes sense that they would give them all the powers. It doesn't seem like it costs that much, to be honest with you. But the visual effects in this episode are very stunning, so I have to give them that. But I think that they should start throwing that money towards Martian Manhunter because he needs it. But then Mon-El leaves, of course, in the pod, and I did like that ending quite a bit. I liked the heart-to-heart that he had with Kara before they left. And it's kind of funny, it's kind of a callback early on the season. If you remember, Mon-El referred to him and Kara as Romeo and Juliet, and Kara was like, you do know that they both die, right? And this is kind of an iteration of that where Mon-El would die if he stayed on Earth, so they're kind of getting their version of Romeo and Juliet at this point. So I thought that was a really good callback to the earlier in the season when they started dating. I thought that was fantastic. Of course, we all know Melissa Benoist and Chris Wood are dating in real life too. So I think it's so nice to see it displayed here as like their affection and what they feel towards each other. And then of course Mon-El gets sucked into some kind of black hole. Is it the Phantom Zone? Is it another is it a part of the multiverse, right? If he shows up on the Flash or like Arrow, where is he going? So I really want to know what's going on there, and we'll probably find out when Season 3 picks back up. So I'm excited for that. That's going to be a cool tease. And then, of course, we have our Season 3 villain tease, which I thought was also excellent. Again, I don't want a female villain, but if we're going to have one, this one's a pretty good one, right? So they teased that Rain is going to be the villain for Season 3. Now, if you don't know who Rain is, this is a comic book character. She is a world killer, and her name is Rain. She was created by Krypton scientists. Kryptonians, and I think it's really cool. At first I was like, is it like Doomsday? But because like Doomsday was created by a scientist. But no, it's Rain. It kind of makes more sense that it is. So I think that that's fantastic that they're pulling Rain out as the Season 3 villain. I liked how they launched her. At the same time they launched Clark and Kara. Where has she been all this time? They're probably going to explain that again when Season 3 picks up. But this is really exciting. I hope that Supergirl, now that they've learned what's good, what works on their show, and what doesn't, now that they moved to the CW, I pray that Season 3 will be just as good as Flash and Arrow, because it's not, unfortunately. But what do you guys think of this episode and the season overall? That's going to be the end of my Supergirl Season 2 coverage. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, what do you guys think? Comment down below. Don't forget to like and favorite this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys later for some more videos. And tomorrow for Comic-Con. Bye!